In 2021, I went on to pursue my dream in entrepreneurship. And for those first 2 years, I tried e-commerce with no luck at all. I shortly ran into a lady that was walking home with her cart full of groceries, and she asked me to give her a ride. She paid me well, and when I got there, she also wanted me to mow her grass, wash her windows, and a few other things. And I liked this because I was getting paid, and that's what I needed to do, was get paid at the time. And I thought, screw off e-commerce. Let's just build a list of clients that need services done. And fast forward about 2 more years, here I am in my own house. I got a badass car, and I'm making 6 figures a year. Now, if you're interested in the service business model, please subscribe. We'll be going over pretty much just how to get started from scratch, how to pick the services, and how to find the people. That's what we'll be going over in this video. And if you have already got started, just subscribe to the channel. We'll be putting out a lot of information on service businesses in general as a whole. If you're interested in that service business model rather than the e-commerce business model, this channel will be perfect for you. Now let's get started on finding those services and finding those people to get that money. Okay, so if you're trying to make money today, what I like to say is basically get in where you fit in. You just start going out, and as you see the problems, you try to fix them. So some possibilities as you walk up to the homeowner's house could be the windows. It could be the landscaping. You have gutters, which is kind of landscape. Possible car detailing, if they have their cars on the driveway. Oop, my bad. And I mean, you could walk up, you could see the screen door is broken, the front step on their porch is broken, so we have some handyman work. Now, all these are real easy to sell because you can see them. There's not much risk involved in the job. They're more likely to trust you on these rather than services like roofing. You have HVAC, plumbing, and these typically mean more effort, excuse my handwriting, in sales. And when you put more effort into sales, it could be something like cheap marketing to expensive marketing. So this is something that I wrote out for the landscape business. I didn't have much money for marketing at the time. So just a simple, I would love to mow your yard, many services on the back of the card. And I have this card here that I would staple to the flyer here, the handmade flyer. Very cheap. And you don't actually need these cards here. You could just prop this up with a phone number and they'll get back a hold of you. I always door knock though to talk to them in person. More likely to sell a job that way. And here's another option. I printed these out on my printer with some services. Had a large pack for the Canon printer. It printed about 300 of these. I like to say about 1 out of 50 to 100 people you pass those out to are guaranteed a job, minimum. I know that seems like a lot, but go knock on 50 doors, you got yourself a job. Now, a little bit more expensive would be these door hangers right here. At the back, more professional. let's say if you were trying to get into more roofing, flooring, HVAC, more riskier services, when they see a card or something that you put genuine time into, then they're more likely to trust you. I even got the LLC next to the name. We don't have to worry about that right now, but in my later videos, I will show you how to put the LLC next to your business name. Now, some more costlier ways to market your services and your business would be like every door direct mail. You have to buy the flyers and you have to pay the post office to pass out those flyers on a mail route. Another one could be Google and Facebook ads. I've actually had great luck with those, but it's roughly about 20 to 50 a day. It's a little bit more expensive. You want to, once you start going with the door knocking and getting more jobs and more sales, and you don't have time to start passing out more cards, you want to kind of transition into Facebook and Google ads and kind of keep that momentum going throughout the upcoming months of your business. Now you want to start making money, and to do that, you got to pick your specific service. You can't just show up and be like, I want to make some money, give me something to do. That might work, but not in all cases. So you want to consider a few things. One being your situation. And you would consider if you have budgeting for the marketing, which takes time also, and if you have time, whether that you have a family at home or a job that takes up 60 hours of your week and you're trying to start your own service business. You would want to start maybe doing this on the weekend or something like that. Two would be what you're good at. This could be cleaning or cleaning services, or it could be, for example, I hated cleaning when I was younger, so my chore would be I'd go outside, clean off the yard, wash the windows, split some wood for the fireplace that we had. That would be landscaping. That something that I was naturally just good at. And it could be, let's just say you're in general good at speaking with clients. Handyman would be very well because you have to get into their home at most times. And if you're a very good communicator and they can tell that you got positive energy and that you're a very trusting person, they're more likely to let you into their house to show you their bathroom, their flooring, their bad paint on their walls. And number three that you want to consider would be your geographics, meaning do you live in the city? Do you live in a subdivision? Or do you live on a dirt road, very small population? And to consider these, let's say that you did landscaping, okay, and you lived in the city or a subdivision or on that dirt road with the small population. Landscaping would not do as good in the city as it would a large subdivision with a bunch of residential homes, because the city, say they have a city maintenance program that will come through, clean off the sidewalks, sweep the roads. Now, if it were like window washing in the city, would be a lot better in like a small population town. So these are some things that you got to consider while picking out those services. So let's start talking about how to market those services and get money in your pocket. Okay, now we're ready to start marketing. Let's do this for two different service types: window washing and junk removal. So let's first start with window washing. Same type of advertisement, I would say. Number one, developing those routes for sales. Number two would be, let's say you live in a city or a subdivision. Subdivision, you would mainly get those window washing contracts through door knocking and those sales routes. But in the city, or let's say your subdivision part city, you can cold call local businesses. This would be, you go on Google Maps, and you can even sit there in bed and go on Google Maps for hours and just sit there and find businesses. You can see the image of the front of their store. They got giant windows. Give them a call, talk to them about who's already washing it and how much they charge and how you can beat that, and how the chemicals you just, you can get these contracts just by sitting there on the phone, calling them right from your bed, your couch, preferably a desk, preferably at your kitchen table. Really sit up straight and get to work. Start calling these businesses. And number three would be word of mouth. Now, this is kind of cold calling and going on those sales routes and speaking your word of mouth. But what you're going to do is you're going to tell everyone what you do, where's your number, where to find you, give them your piece of paper, tell them, ask them if they know anybody else that may be interested in these services. Try to broaden your reach with these clients that you'll be talking to. So it's not just one person, it's them and their family and their friends. Let's do for the bottom, junk removal. It'd be basically the pretty much same, different ways of going at it. Developing sales routes. Number two, cold calling local businesses. The reason I wanted to separate these two is because not only do they do have the same marketing, but the cold calling is rather different, and I wanted to bring this up. As for window washing, the cold calling will be like how I just described. You'll be calling businesses, ask them about their windows. But for junk removal, the cold calling will, a big one would be realtors and house flippers. Not so much calling realtors for window washing, because they're going to try to cut costs. They're going to try to sell the house for as much as they can, and they'll probably wash the windows themselves or have the contractor fixing the cupboards just throw on an extra $50 just to wash the windows. And number three, word of mouth. Pretty much the same as window washing. You just want to make sure everybody and their friends and their family knows that you are in business and you are out taking people's junk to the junkyard. Now let's get to the most important part, which is developing these sales routes that you'll be going on to door knock and talk to these clients. So what I like to do is, if I'm in the area, I will go through and I'll drive around and find some good spots to market, find where there are at least 50 plus houses to where I can knock them all and leave a flyer card, or if they'll answer, just to speak to everybody. Saturday and Sunday are a great day right after church. Great day to be out doing your sales marketing. Let's say we live in Lexington, Kentucky. And let's find a good neighborhood to market through here. This right here looks like a great neighborhood. Plenty of housing. So what I like to do is I like to screenshot these areas. I get about 20 of these areas together. And what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll count most of these houses. You don't have to do that. Maybe you can get an AI bot count these houses, or you just count as you pass them out. But I'll develop a route. I'll find a spot to park right here, and I will go through and mark all these off. Will be my sales route, and I'll save these pictures for later. We'll just go through. I mean, of course, you don't want to be out here just drawing lines. You want to put in perspective of how long this is going to take and how many houses are there. Let's say you get one job. It's going to be different per service, but one job per 40 to about 100 clients. And as your first time, yes, you want to go out and you want to market a little more than 100 to get some good results that you'll be wanting. And we'll take that back, right back. So where you started, where'd you end? And I'll count all those houses and write down how many jobs landed, how many jobs I went through and door knocked, how many people I spoke to, and keep track of these things as I continue to do this every single day until I get so busy that I don't even have time to be doing this anymore. I need to take care of those people that I talk to, start getting jobs done, and then once I get money coming in, I'm going to start experimenting with these Facebook ads. And if you're interested in how Facebook and Google ads work, please subscribe. We'll be going over that in the next video. I hope I helped with your existing or potential service business. If you're interested in more videos like this, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.